Hey, what's up? I'm Major Maggot. Welcome to daz3D. I thought it was called Dazed, just late speak, but apparently not. We're gonna make a character. I already made one that I kind of want to use, but we'll try to do that as a bit of an introduction to using this program, and then we'll be putting it into Blender. This is Daz Studio 6. I only just recently got it. I've had the previous version for a while. Most of the things I'll be using come with Daz, and I like the free content, so like the starter essentials for figure 9 we'll be using. I do often use 2 and 3, sometimes 8 mainly those, but I've sort of gotten back into using 9. I will leave below stuff that did cost that I'll be using, which is some of like the sliders and things. The program's free, there's a lot of stuff that's free on here, but I've now just started getting into using different packs and wardrobe things or whatever. Mostly the sliders, because it's kind of limiting what's on there for free. Enough that you can still make a character, like there's a lot of ready-made things, but for what I was doing, I'm sort of stuck using making really basic models in Blender, which you can make more complex ones. I'm not super fluent with that. I was using that for a while, or sort of like Frankensteining different models together, either that I'd made or that I got online, but then started learning some of this. I'm not fully across the whole program. It's not going to be a very thorough tutorial. I'm just going to start with Kat, who came with this. One of the limiting things is that it's kind of hard to make like thicker bodies, but I'm using some sliders that make it a little bit easier, so I'll put that below. I know that Daz has a sale at the moment, so it's probably a good time to get all that shit. They do sales pretty often as well. And I'm just gonna go hair figure, which is not a lot. Add more also apology, nudity of models. I'm just gonna turn off first slider, go heavier. So I've done that, like the base. That's right, let's do the face actually. Not the face. No eyelashes, I hate them. I'm gonna get rid of the eyebrows. This is a no eyebrow household. Mess around with the head. So yeah, the kind of like body thing that I've been making is like my own version of like the typical homunculus thing. So like big head, which is very tiny right now, but and like big hands and feet. I don't know, I just really like that form. The packs that I'll put in the description, there's like too many. There's too many sliders for everything, but it's great to sort of not end up with the same thing every time. There's not a lot to tell in terms of how to use it. It's pretty similar to Blender, like it's got the little 3D guide, it's got your little tools here for just dragging, zooming in and out, moving around. Pretty similar. Obviously the layout's different. You've got all your assets on this side. It's got the scenes and whatnot, and then your options configuration. When you download it, you download the installer, and that will you use to put in whatever other content you get from their website. Yo, I kind of clunked out yesterday, so we're gonna come back to this today. Day 2. I think it's this one. I'm kind of done with what I did with the character anyway, but I might just have a look at it, see if there's anything else. Otherwise, we will be taking that character that we made into Blender. I forgot what it looked like. I love it. So one thing I wanted to do is, because I found that like when you make 6 characters, obviously no thigh gap, so you need everything to be evenly apart. So last time I tried this, it did work when I moved the limbs out. It looked really awkward, but what we're gonna do, I feel like I gave too much traps to this. Let's change that actually, because it's a bit awkward. No, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. It's too late. Just looking so unimpressed. We're gonna do some face controls. Let me just fix these eyes and then we can move on. Looks super fucking unimpressed. This kind of didn't turn out the way I wanted it to like add more, just kind of get it got pointy. So you can probably fix that, but I'm just gonna leave it at this point. It's like, we're just gonna leave it. It's fine. I wanted to make it kind of like large. Maybe I can fix it. Hold on. I don't know what I've done to do that. I just made this so much worse. Oh, did I do it? Kind of. It's still weird. Why? God damn. It's not what I wanted. I feel like I just went back to how it was before, so I didn't really do anything. That's super annoying. I'm leaving it. That's it. You're just gonna have a slightly weird. It's just the way that it's kind of square that's pissing me off. That's my bad. I fucked that up. I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna move their limbs. Sometimes there is like the poses, but sometimes they don't work. Yeah, the feet might be a little awkward, but I just kind of need to move them. So otherwise you get this like stupid clipping thing that's super annoying. Made me think that I couldn't work with trying to make large bodies, but that's just dumb. All my works that I had these like just like thin models, which was just not it. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna open Blender. Already opened it. This time I'm just gonna delete everything. I'm gonna bring in the object file. Very small, just gonna scale it up. And all the textures should come with it. I'm just gonna change a couple of things. Oh, we didn't do the face controls. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Just bring it back. Face controls. Alright, so we're gonna add in this one. It kind of looks odd because of the way that I've contorted the face, so it's not exact, but it'll work. I just encourage you to try things out. You just click and move things around, see. I'm trying to make it smile. It feels like this is me when I smile. It's always when I try to smile at someone that I genuinely don't know how to do that. This is not going well. I'm just gonna kind of revert it back a little bit. This is awkward once you've moved shit around. But usually the face is like, you know, in the right positions. It's a bit easier, but I don't want to make a hard face. This is pissing me the fuck off. Just fucking thing. Her expressions like built in, but I just wanted to try to do something. Let me try to find these expressions. We'll see if that's better than what the hell I was trying to do. I've not had this much trouble with it before. Oh, there. I don't know why that looks so goofy. Okay. That's not what I want. That's fine. We're gonna go back to doing this. Oh, that's great. Okay, bring up on that. We'll do face controls later. So I've just been stuffing around with that for too long and struggling. I'm gonna change the eyes. I like making. They've got the actual eye under there. I guess you just add a texture that's transparent if you wanted to have that. But you can just get rid of that. I'm just hiding it. I'm just gonna hide it, but I'm gonna actually get rid of this eye. I'm gonna P and separate them by material. So now it's got each part that has a separate material as a different object. The reason I'm doing that is because we're going to now export it again. So A, everything, export it as an object. Put that away for now. I'm going to go to Mixamo. I can show you how to do the rigging and all that shit manually if you wanted to, but I am going to do this. You can do either way. This is just easier and quicker, and also I guess more options, so you're not limited by like if you don't know how to animate a particular thing. It's got like tons of things and it applies it to the model that you put up. So this is this one I did a while ago. I might use it for something, but we'll upload the one that we just did. Just let process. Okay, now press next, and like it has here, you're just going to set it up. It gives you a little camera up there to show you where it is. If you do have a mesh that isn't exactly this, you can turn off the symmetry so you can do each side individually. I might do it now just because I fucked up the legs a little bit. Alright, let it rig. I found that because I want to do more to this mesh after, but I leave it till after because some things can fuck up this process. Like if it takes too long, if it's too complicated, too much going on. Like if you have hair, which we will add later, I'd recommend just doing it after because I think Mixamo kind of struggles with that. But also if you wanted to animate your hair, I think it's good to do yourself. And everything that we're doing is probably more straightforward if you're doing like regular proportion. I've obviously got the big feet, big hands. Alrighty. The hands are kind of clipping through, but we can fix that. This is just like a preview of showing, make sure that everything's okay. It looks fine to me. We'll see how we go. Next, let's have a look. And there's poses and animations here. So walk, just pause for a sec. Go in place. All right. Doing okay. Change the arm space. I'm going to slow it down. I'm down like that. I'm going to get a couple things from here, try it out, see what we like. We need to make sure it's in place, the animation we're going to be doing. We've got some shit. Let's just go with the walking ones that we have. Just going to delete all that. Or open another Blender file. Alright, I'm just going to scale it up. See it. Yep. So you're going to see that it's going to stop, right? We can make it loop, animate it inside of a scene, and also the textures will add back in. You can also edit that as well. Mixamo can also be good if you don't want to do the rig yourself, but you want to animate yourself or pose yourself. You can just chuck in your model into Mixamo and then use that rig that it gives you. And just get T-pose or whatever you need, and then bring it back in just as we did, and do whatever you want. Just done through pose mode. That's how you can like move things. We're gonna do first. We're gonna go down here, and we're gonna change it from timeline to non-linear animation. This one. To start it, we're gonna repeat it. I'm just gonna put it as 1,000, so it's gonna keep repeating. Just keep repeating that loop. Change that to however much you need. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in a circle, and I'm just going to size it up a little bit so it's around the feet. I'm going to parent it to that so that if I move this, it moves everything, because everything is tied to that rig. Now the rig's tied to this. So what you could do is if we just put in a frame for that circle, go forward and make sure you've fallen forward on the timeline. Press I again. Fast. So what we can do, sorry, actually I'll go back to going to the basic timeline again. You can then change the speed of that to make sure that it lines up with how far forward the character's moving at one time. That's okay. Obviously we need to keep it going. We'll fix it up later, but that's the basic. Save your work. This will be your save point. I haven't really done that much, but alrighty, let's add the textures back in. So now that everything is separated, it'll be a bit easier to just grab all the textures. A little tedious. When you export something from Daz, you'll get a couple folders, which we'll go find. That'll have all the textures, and they're already like UV wrapped, everything. You don't need to do that manually. We're just going to add them in as image textures. Just going to the head, add an image texture, and then we're going to go find that file. So wherever you save your character will be where it is. So it has converted maps and maps and maps. Yeah, we're just going to kind of go through each one. I'm just making the eyes black and shiny. Kind of just spam save whenever I remember it. So. What do we want to do for clothes? So you can go to Blend Kit if you wanted to find some materials. We'll just make something really basic. So I'm just going to make a black material. I'm going to wrap this up. When you do the animation, it does this like slowing effect thing. So if you just select your frames, press T, and go linear, so that's the same movement the whole time. Not like slowing down or speeding up or anything. It's going to be easier. Yeah, that's kind of how you do a little character. You can do some more stuff, but I reckon I kind of want to move on to using the other model I already had. But I will come back to this one. For now, save it.